And we've made it to day 2. Feeling fresh, feeling ready. Time to get into the gym and get on with today's weight session, which is another session of 10 by 10 deadlift. Ow.
So workout done. I did the same weight on deadlift. It really hurt. Dumbbell bench was fine. Went up to like the 35s, a couple of sets of 32s, 35s, and then did 4 sets of 8 wide grip pull-ups to finish. So looking forward to going now to the rowing club. Hopefully the water's not too choppy. The wind's like 12 miles an hour and it's like a big lake. So it gets a little bit hairy in the middle, and because I'm crap at rowing, I'm a bit wobbly. I'm more prepared today. I've got barbell shake and a banana. Gonna be well fueled. I'm also gonna take it easy on the rowing. Learned my lesson from the cycling yesterday. We don't need to go for any records. Let's get to the rowing club.
And we've made it back into the van post weights session. Time to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel. Going to have a box of cereal to fuel up. Really easy to eat cereal. I go for the higher protein varieties. They're not super high in protein, but they are higher than normal cereals. Plus they're just super easy to eat and super convenient, especially when you've not got too long in between sessions. The weight session this morning felt really good, felt strong. All about sort of progressing in this last week of 10 by 10 deadlifts. Just nudging it on, maybe 2.5, 5 kilos, and not trying to fail. I want to make sure I'm doing 10 sets of 10, not 4 sets of 10 and then a 5 and a 3 and a 2 or whatever it may be. Just a full set of 10 10s, and the next session, after we've had a box of cereal, we're going to head onto the row machine for a little bit of high intensity today to get the blood flowing. Oh yeah.
Let's have a look at which boat I'm going to use. This thing, the Black Baller, been in once and it was terrifying. So this super skinny single, the kind of thing that Cam would row in, but his is obviously 1 billion times better. And this is what I'm going to use. This nice chubby one, which hopefully won't tip over quite as easily. Sake. I don't want to fall in. Falling in would suck. Hope you're enjoying this footage, Cam. Not right. Wind. Got there in the end. Cheers, boat. If I head straight at the waves, it should help. This is wobbly rowing, very scary indeed. Yeah, that's how long it takes me to turn around. Challenge is going well. I'm out in the water. I just can't cover the distances that Cam covers. So in an hour he would do like 15k. I so far in 22 minutes have done 2.5k, which is ridiculous. It's the slowest anyone's ever rowed on water.
And we've made it into the van. We've got lunch. We've got 2 bags of rice, which is about 500 grams. Got a packet of meat-free sausages. And you may be thinking, yesterday you were having 4 packs of rice per meal. Well, today it's the same story, but instead of 4 packs of rice, I'm going with the equivalent of what I think 2 packs of rice is: a cake. So 2 packs of rice, some meat-free sausages, and a cake for first lunch today. Oh, delightful. What's really interesting, just as I was cooking my lunch, saw Adam on the Magic Mountain app, and he was saying, so I've submitted my workouts for today, so I've had my weight session and I've had the rowing machine session. He's seeing those numbers climb up, my calories, my work already done for the morning, and he's getting, oh my god, I need to get into the gym, I need to get on doing the workouts. And that's one of the benefits of the app itself. It gets you going, whether it's getting you out of bed in the morning, getting you competing against your friends or your competitors even, and gets you sort of doing more than you normally would. In this particular case, Adam might struggle by sort of cramming it in and just keeping pushing and pushing and pushing. He does need a little bit of rest, but when it's not in this situation, when the program is maybe a slightly bit more manageable for yourself, it's great to be able to have that competitiveness that the app brings. So hopefully Adam does survive, but today I've stuck some soy sauce, some garlic in here, and I've ran out of vegetables, so I need to go get more vegetables, but I'm gonna enjoy this. Then I'm gonna have a chilled afternoon and probably hop onto the erg for another chill session, because unfortunately it's another day when the water's really nice and we can't get on, so I'm gonna hop onto the erg. So a couple of days without rowing, but we move, we keep training, we deal with the opportunities that are given to us as best as possible, and that's what we're trying to do. Fueling up, and then on to the next one.
Well, that was a disaster. I was really looking forward to rowing. The water's super choppy in the middle, and I got through that, and then it was really nice on the far side. And then I thought, great, I'm gonna row up and down, not look too bad, get some good footage. And then this speedboat started going round and round and round in circles and just causing this huge swell. So it wouldn't stop, and literally impossible to row. It was nearly tipping me up while I was like sat still. So I got half an hour done, covered very little distance. So I'm gonna do half an hour on the indoor bike at steady state, just to kind of make up the difference. Can anyone guess what this is going to turn into? Correct. Cat food. Just in case anyone wanted to know where I spend my time, it's here. This is my home office, it's where I work, and health, where you'll find Magic Mountain. And here is where I'm going to do my next workout. I really didn't want to do this. I just went and had a lie down. Very nearly didn't get back up, but would I have to? You know, a challenge is a challenge. This is the point of the day where it's just hard. You know, it's dark. I finished my work, sort of. A few more bits and bobs to do, but you can see why people don't have the flexibility with work to exercise during the day, that they just put off exercise. It's very hard to get motivated after a full day of work, so I think any opportunity where businesses have to allow people to exercise during the day, I think it's good for everyone.
And we've made it into the garage for today's erg session. Unfortunately, we couldn't get on the water again, not because it was getting too dark, but unfortunately the water was being used by other water users, so we couldn't get on. Hopefully, throughout the week now, we will be able to do what the rowing program is designed to do, is improve the rowing. Because believe it or not, the best way to improve your rowing is to get out there and row, because remember, rowing is a rowing sport, and you can only really get the maximum improvement from rowing by rowing. Today, this erg session, another chilled one, just like yesterday's third session, but a little bit shorter. We've got a big day planned tomorrow. It was supposed to be a tech session on the water, chilled out, low distance, just really focusing on the technique, because we've been doing a good amount of work, cardio, weights, etc. So we don't need to really do a lot of that on the water. Water time is trying to get good quality strokes in, and then trying to really nail down the technique. But unfortunately, we can't do that because we're not on the water. So thinking about the technique that I would use on the water on today's erg, and just sort of chilling through it, watching some YouTube videos this evening. And I think YouTube videos are probably one of the best ways for me that I like to get through a rowing machine workout, at least the very steady ones, because not only can you have a loads of variation with the YouTube videos, but also in between each video sometimes you struggle a little bit to change the videos to get to the next video, so that kills sometimes 2 or 3 minutes in between each one, and it's again that little bit of variation. So nice steady one, and I'll see you after.
Alright, final workout of the day. 5 sets of 1500 meters on the rowing machine. Pace is fast, so I've got to try and hold my 5k PB split for 7.5k. Get these 3 done, and that's it. Finish strong.
And we've finished off a lovely erg today. Just over 45 minutes, just over 12k. Nice and steady, nice and easy. Similar split to yesterday on the longer session. And then again, like I said before, just trying to focus on a little bit of the technique that I would try and take onto the water. I feel like it's making me that little bit more efficient, so really good. And a little bit of YouTube to get me through as well. Now, of course, as always, after a workout, and pretty much if I'm not working out, I'm doing this, I'm fueling up, I'm getting some food, because remember, food is fuel. Again, the meal is going to be very similar. My diet is very samey. It's a pasta, rice dish, trying to put as much veg in and trying to just put something else in there and maybe some garnish to make it taste extra nice. But for me, I see food as definitely fuel, of course, but I need it to do the workouts I'm doing. So yes, it may be samey, it may be not too much variation in the food, but I enjoy it and it goes down really easily and it's really convenient as well. So going to fuel up and then we're going to have a little bit of a chat with Adam, and that's pretty much the end of day 2.
Today's been a tough day.
Tell me about it, Adam.
The balance of work and doing this is really tricky. Food is taking the biggest hit because I'm just not eating enough. You know, your advice at the start was such good advice that I can feel the effects of not having the food. Once I've eaten, I've got this burst of energy and I've recovered. I can feel it. I've just had dinner and I feel totally different to how I did at about 5 p.m. before I did the cycle, but I'm just not finding the time to eat. A lot of people who are potentially thinking about stepping up their training and thinking, you know, how far can I push it? You've got to realize what gets sacrificed in order to do that. Is it work? Is it family time? Is it proper nutrition and, you know, planning your meals properly? Something has to give if you want to do more things within the day. I'm just starting to understand that your world is just super efficient. You know, for you to do what you do, as well as filming, editing, doing everything you need to do, you must just know exactly what you need to do every hour of the day in order to do it every single day. And I just haven't cracked that yet.
I wouldn't say I have to be super efficient. I think I'm in the position that's, whereas like you're saying you're going to work doing work, I don't have to. That's my food prep time or editing time. That's where I can get away with that, but it is at the same time I have like set times for my workouts, so it makes it a lot easier. Whereas it can get really easy when your like priority right now will be your work, but you want to get the workouts in, so you do your work first, then you're like, oh, I've just spent 4 hours, it's dark outside, I was supposed to go cycle, but now I need to go try and find something else to do, and it can just snowball. I don't really think about it that much, just because I'm used to it and I do it that often, but it is. Yeah, I'm a lucky position to be in, to be able to do what I'm doing, for sure.
The gym this morning was hard. I've never done any program where I've done deadlift 2 days in a row. And the first rep of the first set, my bum, man, like, it just hurt. As soon as I picked it up, I was like, for God's sake. I went to go row on the water, and I'm sure if this is all edited, everyone will see that was a bit of a disaster. I think I covered 3.5k. So it's just, that's the thing, it's not really fitness for me because I'm still learning the technique. I'm very, very much at the point of this is my limit, but I thought today was a bit more mentally fun. The long row was hard. So if there's any more of that kind of like long, oh my God, he's laughing. So if there's any more of that, I'm not going to have much fun.
If the weather was going to be rubbish tomorrow, there was going to be 2 90 minutes on the machine.
2 90 minutes?
Yeah.
No, the weather's fine.
That was because I was so basically for me it would be 2 24Ks.
No, whether like it could be a hurricane and I would be cycling. I'm feeling good, you know. I think this feels like hump day a little bit, you know, kind of tomorrow is manageable and then just repeat, right? Although you said there's something horrible on Saturday, which I haven't asked about, so I won't ask yet. Let's just keep this positive mental attitude, right?
Yeah, all right. Good luck.
Thank you, mate. I'll chat to you tomorrow.